Up. First pitch from Lane, grounder to D.R. Meadows, now playing short, feels a nice hop, throws to first base, and 2 down. Runner in scoring position for Banks County, which never had a lead in game 1. And the 1-0 pitch. Oh, hit deep to left field. Will this one stay in the ballpark? Yeah, but it's going to bounce up against the fence. And the Leopards score the first one of this game on the big double by Disharoon. All the action with 2 down. 1-0 Banks County on its home field as the visitor in game 2. Lane from the stretch. 3-2 pitch swing and it'll strike 3. Lane's 52nd strikeout of his senior season ends the top of the first, but Judd Roberts singles with 2 down and then takes second and then scores on a double by Austin Disharoon as the Leopards take a 1-0 lead, and we go to the bottom of the first inning on Y101. 1-1, low. Cole Graham has a chance to get an out, throws down to second. D.R. Meadows applies a tag on a hopping Zane Millwood for the out. He jumped right as he got to the second base bag. The ball skipped off to the right, not all that far from the plate, and that was really a base running mistake. And now 1 down as Graham threw him out. He's done a great job in his sophomore season throwing out base runners. He's over 50% doing so. And the count is 2-1. And the ball's hit right side and a fair ball down the line. Could be extra bases for Dalton. He's racing to second base. Dalton McBride throwing toward that bag, but late. And that's a 1-out double. Second 2-bagger of the ball game because Disharoon had another one. 1-0 pitch in the zone and belted into left field for a base hit down the line. That's going to score 1 run. Brandon Helton with the ball, throws it in, and they got runners on second and third, and Banks County in the top of the second has already hit 3 doubles and now opened up a 2-0 lead and more 2-out action. A 1 pitch, and he belts it into left field again, down the line for another extra base hit, scoring a pair of runs. And Banks County takes a 4-0 lead. 3 doubles in the inning and 4 in the game. 2-1 pitch. Swings and hits it up high in the air to right center field. Catchable for George Lukey. He moves over to his left and grabs it for the 3rd out. I used to be a golf caddy, and sometimes the guys would hit the balls into the woods, and they were hard to find. There's a ball hit in the gap in left center field, and it sinks and drops in for a base hit. Lane Adams is going to try to hit the first Bulldog double of game 2, and he does. So already we're in the bottom of the second inning, and the 2 teams combined have hit a bunch of doubles. Try, 5 of them? With the Dogs trailing 5-0. And the bottom half of the second inning of game 2, the Dogs won game 1, 12-2-5. And Helton swings and hits the ball deep to center field. Rogers going back to the fence. He won't catch that one. Trey Cloud rounding third, coming to the plate, and Brandon Helton hits a double. So the Dogs now are on the scoreboard down 5-1. And they've hit 2 2-baggers. And of course, the Leopards have hit 4. That's 6 doubles, and we're not even through the second inning. And the 0-2 pitch. Hit up high in the air, right behind the second base bag. In comes George Lukey, and he catches the ball one-handed, with D.R. Meadows and Noah Anderson also pursuing that play, but Lukey had the best look at it. So there's out number 1. There's a grounder to Brock Harrison on the backhand. He picks it and he throws across the diamond perfectly. 2 down. Fantastic play. Baseball and softball right beside each other. He pokes it over to Kyle Knight. He fields it nicely. Runs to the bag and got him. He fielded that ball near the line. Kind of snow-coned it a little. We saw a little of the ball. Then he ran to the bag for the 3rd out. A 3 up and 3 down, and both corners, left and right, make fine plays for the 2nd and 3rd outs of the top of the 3rd. Dogs down 5-1 as we move along on Y101. And Thomas deals his 0-1 pitch, and the curveball is belted by the second baseman into right field for another Martin Stevens base hit. Full count. Chops it over to the shortstop. And Riley scoops it up and throws to first for the out. The run scores as Martin Stevens Lands on home plate with the Bulldogs' second run. So McBride drives in the run. His 11th of the season. 2 balls, no strikes. Ball's popped up in the air in the infield. Lane calling for it, and the pitcher coming near home plate to make the catch, and then he takes a quick turn, but Riley was just standing on that second base bag, so no chance for the double play, which the Bulldogs turned in game 1. And the Dogs won game 1, 12-2-5, if you're just checking in on Y101 or MixLR. 0-1 pitch, runner going, hit to the shortstop, D.R. Meadows scoops it up on the dirt, throws to first base, 2 down, but a runner down to third. And the count is 3 balls and 1 strike. So watch out, you better keep that fastball low to this guy. Here it is. Swings and hits it up high in the air. In a very shallow right field. In comes Dalton McBride. Over comes George Lukey to make a diving catch. I think McBride lost it, and Lukey bailed him out with one of those diving catches in right center field. An easy ball turned into a tough one, but that's out number 3. And the Bulldog defense strands a runner at third. Thank you, George Lukey. All his great catches continue this season to be on the road. Entered the series with a .346 batting average and a .460 on-base percentage. And a 3-2 pitch. And he hits it left side for a base hit. There you go. Lane leads off both the second and fourth innings with hits. As the Bulldogs are in their comeback mode right now. 1-2 pitch. Pokes it right side, and it drops in for a base hit. Runner coming around third. No throw. And the Dogs have scored another single run. Now they do make a throw all the way to the dish, and that was a bad one way up the line. They had no chance to get Lane Adams, and that will allow Brock Harrison to move down to second. So Brock extends his hitting streak to 10 games, and the Bulldogs are down by 2 at 5-3. 3-1. And there's a ball hit into center field for a base hit by Bryce DeLoach. How about that? An RBI single has pulled the Bulldogs to within 1 run. Only a second hit of the season. What a hunch by Coach Fitzgerald to go to the bench and to bring in DeLoach. And special thanks to Kim Stevens for making this broadcast possible. On the road in the playoffs, and the ball is wide over to the second baseman, Noah Anderson, and he throws to first, 1 down. A 1-hopper on a sinking liner. And the 1-1. Hit over to D.R. Meadows. D.R. goes to the backhand, guns at the first base, got him! Fine play by the Chipola Junior College signee. He gets a sign from Cole Graham. He likes it. Here comes his pitch, and it's hit into center field to Lukey. Lukey comes in, a couple of steps, and jumps up in the air and catches the ball. 3 up, 3 down. And now the Bulldogs will head to the bottom of that half of the 5th inning, try to keep that run going, a scoring in every inning but the first in this series. They're down by just 1 single run at 5-4 as we take a break on Y101. Lane coming off a 3 up and 3 down. Adams' first pitch is stroked into left field, and Brandon Helton catches the ball on a liner. And by the way, I guess Bryce DeLoach is now playing first. He replaced Cal Knight in the order. Ball is popped up in the air. Noah Anderson, the second baseman, on the outside cut of the grass, makes the catch. 2 down. 2 outs, 2 pitches. There's a ball hit. It should be a foul ball. Is it fair? Yeah, Cole Graham scoops it up, throws to first. Bryce DeLoach digs it out. Nice play by DeLoach, the shortstop. That ball, I thought it hit something, but the home plate umpire said fair ball, and Cole Graham fielded it right out in front of the plate and threw low, but DeLoach with the scoop. 3 up, 3 down again for Lane. And now he has retired 9 in a row. And the pitch is low, ball 4. The leadoff batter is aboard here in the bottom of the 6th. And he swings and lines it right back up the middle for his second hit of the game. Both hits right up the middle. This time he hit it harder.
Come on, Marty!
Bryce DeLoach is 2 for 2. The question is, is will Rogers challenge him on the 0-2. That Laney pitcher last week that started game 1 would do so. And Martin swings and hits it up high in the air into the gap in right center field. That ball is carrying. It's bouncing all the way to the fence. The Dogs will score 1 to tie. Here comes the throw in, and Brian Fitzgerald is going to send the runners. The ball is bobbled at second base, and the Bulldogs take the lead. Martin Stevens does it again. A huge 2-run double in the bottom half of the 6th inning has put the Toombs County Bulldogs up 6-5. Yeah, he tries the bunt. He does. Pushes it first base side. Lane Adams scoops it up, underhands it over to first to Bryce DeLoach for the out. Runner down to second. The Dogs are trying to move on to the Elite 8. 1 ball, 1 strike. Lane comes set. Lane's ready. Here's his pitch, and it's hit, bouncing over to Noah Anderson. He feels it, throws to first base, 2 down. So he's got power. He's got pop. He's got a quick stick. And the Bulldogs need 1 out with a runner at third. 6-5 Dogs. Top of the 7th. And a righty-righty matchup. Do you need any more drama if you're a Dog fan, and even if you're a Banks County fan, here at the ballpark? First pitch, Lane missed, 1-0. I tell you don't want to leave it up in the zone against him, and that pitch was right around the letters. All right, Lane ready with his second pitch, and a key sequence in this ball game. Here it is, and it's hit into left field. Brandon Helton on the run, coming in, it drops in for a base hit. The game is tied with 2 outs in the top of the 7th inning on the RBI single by Roberts. He's just been getting outs. 2-1. Popped up with the air. This is catchable for Bryce DeLoach. He's right on the line. He's in fair territory, backing up, making the catch in fair territory in the grass for out number 3. But Banks County scrounges up a run with 2 outs in the top of the 7th on the RBI single to left by Roberts to tie the game at 6. And coming up for the Bulldogs in the bottom half of the 7th inning will be Dalton McBride, George Lukey, and Lane Adams, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, to see if they can pull it out in regulation. We'll take a break on Why Would I Want. Can DeLoach get on base for Stevens, who has 2 hits in this game and is, of course, so incredibly hot during the postseason? 1-1 pitch, swinging a grounder to the third baseman. Millwood again from the inside cut, throws high and over his head. Ball's bouncing off the fence. DeLoach racing to second base. Here's a throw. He slides in. He is safe. Now, when you're a hot hitter, you sometimes feel like a hot hitter. And you got to figure Martin, based on what he did at Laney and so far against Banks, is feeling like a hot hitter. So what's the big deal about a 1-2 count? Here's the pitch. Swings and chops it right side of the infield. The first baseman feels it, flips it to the pitcher, and did they get him? Here comes a runner to home plate, and scoring! The Dogs have tied the game. Great base running by Bryce DeLoach, and the call at first is safe. And the game is tied at 7 in the bottom half of the 8th. Now he's dealing with a 1-2 count. Martin had a 1-2 count, and he drove in a run. Pitch to DR, swings and hits it, loops it into left field. It drops in for a base hit. Runners on first and second. Fine piece of hitting there. So now the Dogs have the winning runner. You would call almost championship point at second base for Dalton McBride.